Welcome.
Well, thank you.
How did you come up with the idea for Coffee News?
It was quite a process, but and the eureka happened when I just happened to be reading a sugar packet in a restaurant. And I'd been looking for a long time for another way to bring news out without having to use a post office or a delivery service or whatever. And I realized that restaurants themselves are great sources of for circulation. Like some restaurants, they can go through 5,000 customers in a week. And that was a very good way of circulating a newspaper.
So you thought something's got to be better than a sugar packet,
right?
And I'll do it. Were you in the news business before?
Yes, I had a newspaper in Charleswood before.
And I understand that this is in a number of countries around the world and a number of languages. Tell me how many.
It's in 34 countries in 12 different languages.
And what kinds of things would you include in your publication?
Well, it's got the week's unusual news stories, jokes, trivia, amazing facts, lucky numbers, horoscopes, this kind of things, fun things to read while you're in a restaurant.
And who does the translations for you? Because I know the ones you've brought are in different languages.
Oh, yes. The translations are done by the head offices in each country, and they have their own writers for, especially for jokes and things that don't really translate well.
Right.
They all have their own writers, and they do quite well.
I understand there's actually 3 versions of English. Why do you need 3 versions for English?
Well, actually, if you had an American English version published in Canada, everybody in Canada would know it's an American because the spelling's a little bit different. And same thing, you can't have a Canadian issue going down to the States. And then in England and Australia and New Zealand, they have far more common sayings like a car boot is a trunk car and this kind of thing.
A lift and a flat. Yeah.
Right. So you really have to have it appear as if it's coming from that country, not just put over by somebody Canadian doing it over there.
That makes good sense. Now, how did you decide on the format to use, the one sheet of paper and the color?
Well, because it's in restaurants, it has to be something that people can easily handle and read. And it's got to be fast, between 8 and 10 minutes, so that you're not taking up extra time in the restaurant. And it's got to be things that are fun.
Where do you get the material?
I have writers that search up everything.
And how do you enlist those? Do you have different ones in different countries, or a set of writers for all the publications? Yeah, we have writers in Canada, we have writers in all the other countries, and the head offices there take care of that. How do you go about approaching a restaurant to say, how would you like to carry this publication?
Well, they love it, so it's a real service to restaurants. Yeah.
How do you sell it in foreign countries?
The head offices sell to franchisees there, and the franchisees go to the restaurants and go to the advertisers, and they do it basically the same way.
Can you give me a little snippet of a piece of information that somebody might read in Coffee News?
Quotable quotes. Procrastination is the art of keeping up with yesterday.
Very good. Now, are you a one-woman show, or do you have a number of people that are helping you?
Well, besides my writers, I guess, and my head offices, I am really a one-person show.
And I understand the head office is in East Selkirk, Manitoba.
Yes.
Population, how big?
640 or so.
So this is probably the only world headquarters in East Selkirk.
Well, I would say so.
Well, I think you've probably aided the time consumption for many people that are by themselves in a restaurant.
Exactly.
It's a great thing to do when you're sitting by yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in.
Oh, you're very welcome.